Hi guys, me again. This is a video about premonitions. It contains a few stories by some individuals sent in to me. They weren't long enough stories to make a separate video about each one, so I've made a sort of compilation of their stories here. So if you have any experience with premonitions in any form, please let me know, and maybe I can share them in a future video. This was sent in by Julian. I was 4 years of age, maybe 5. This would have been about 1972 to 73. I lived in Goodwick, which is in Wales, in the United Kingdom. I was due to start school in the morning for my first day, which was much to my displeasure, as I liked being home at that age, playing with broken toys and messing around in the garden. I went to sleep the night before school. I dreamt of the next day, my first day at school. In my dream, I saw a very oldish woman, and I was in the playground. The woman was carrying a file of some sort in my dream, but I had no idea what it was. I went to school the next day, and as I stood in the playground, I saw the same woman from my dream walking up the steps to the school, carrying what I did discover to be a dinner money register. This was for those who were paid and those who hadn't. I was amazed, as I had seen the woman the night before in my dream, but in reality I had never seen her before, and I have never forgotten it. This was sent in to me by Kamala Lover, a Discorder and YouTuber. He said, "When my friend died of muscular dystrophy, the phone rang in the summer holidays, but I didn't answer. I think it was his mum to tell us the sad news. It was then time to go back to school in September of the year, and all the staff were acting odd. I then saw his transport escort in tears down the corridor. I said to one of my friends who also has muscular dystrophy, something has happened to John. He knew because others with muscular dystrophy kept told about others dying from it, but he couldn't say anything. We got to the post area, then the head of the post 16 came in and said, 'I'm afraid I got some sad news to tell you,' and I knew straight away it was about John. The school was an hour away from home. As I was coming back home on transport, I used to sleep this time, and Jesus appeared to me and said to me, 'Your friend is in a safe place,' and to reassure me." Right, so this is about me now. I've had thousands of premonitions over the years, absolutely stacks of them. One time then, I was trying to get a job, and Luke can't speak today, I'm terrible trouble speaking today. A local supermarket. I was trying to get a job there. I don't even know why really, but I just was trying to get a job there. And I went for an interview, didn't get it. I went for a second interview there, didn't get it. Went for a third interview, didn't get it. I said to Julian actually, because he was working at this place, in a different area in the place. I said, "I'm going to have a job here by the end of the month." And he said, "No, don't be stupid." He said, "The manager don't like you." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to have a job here by the end of the month." Well, behold, another interview came up, so I went for it, and I got the job. But there's been loads of it doesn't happen so much now. When I was younger, it happened all the time. One of the last times it happened, funny enough, I was actually talking to Julian again, and I said to him, I don't know how I know this. I said, "But I'm going to date a nurse soon." And he said, "No, what do you mean?" He said, I said, "Well, I just got a feeling I'm going to date a nurse soon." And 2 months later, I met my now partner, and we're still together, who is a nurse. Oh, so there we are. What did you think of them stories then, guys? The second one, I found it quite emotional, to be honest. It was, I don't know, it just was. And anyway, so let me know what you think. I probably could have done a full video just on the premonitions I've had over the years, but I didn't want to bore you with all that. But I did have one really huge one, I suppose. It would have been about 1985. I was in a religion, and involved with a religion, and I suppose it was during that time, it was a good time. It was just like a spiritual awakening and stuff within it. but as time went on, it just wasn't for me, and I was leaving. But it was quite stressful as well because I went really deep into myself. I withdrew into myself in that year that I was in this religion. And while I was sort of, I suppose you could say, coming back to reality then, in a sense, I had a series of like premonitions and like visions and premonitions, and it was stuff like seeing VR, like you see now today, VR equipment, this was 1985, so nothing like that was around then. All the game consoles and stuff that you have now, you see now, I saw all that back then. There was more, I can't remember it now because it's a long time ago. It's 35 years ago, is it 34 years ago? So it was a long time ago, but if I remember more, I'll share it in future videos, but they were just some of what I can remember from back then. And it was huge. It went on for like a few... There was loads more, and they're probably going to come back to me, but by and by as things happen in life and what have you. But there was loads. It went on for like a couple of days. I kept getting different premonitions about stuff and what have you, and but I just can't remember them now. But anyway, I'm not going to waffle on anymore, so until next time, bid you all bye for now.